Yo, this is Corey Mack with Max Show MMA. I'm back again with another video. Breaking news. The Mac is back. The return of Conor McGregor. UFC Dana White has announced Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway to headline UFC 329 July 11th International Fight Week. What a banger of a main event. I've been one of the very few that always thought Conor McGregor was going to come back. A lot of people didn't believe. I did. I didn't know when, but I thought at some point he would. I mean, who wants their career to end like that? Tearing, your fibula, tibula, whatever in the first round to lose by injury. Nobody want to go out like that. And but I got my thoughts about this. My early thoughts, I guess. So, I wouldn't give a prediction this early, but I can tell you, what I'm leaning towards now. But let's just go over the fight card in general before I weigh in on Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. The card is pretty solid, man. The card is pretty solid. So besides the Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, in the co-main event, you got Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. You have Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. You got Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. You got the debut of Gable Stevenson. He's going to be fighting on this card. You also got Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker making his light heavyweight debut. So it's definitely a solid card and pretty stacked to be ending the night off with Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Listen, this fight with Conor McGregor and Max Holloway is going to be at 170 pounds. They had to do it at 170 pounds. I think they did this because Conor McGregor hasn't cut weight in a long, long time. Conor McGregor's been out. Last time we seen Conor McGregor, he was sitting down on the octagon floor or mat, and his leg was broke. And I think this is the best possible stylistic matchup you can give him while also giving him somebody who's still somewhat elite. Max Holloway is still pretty elite. He still can beat a lot of the top guys. And another thing, Max Holloway is going to give Conor McGregor the fight that he wants. He's going to stand up. Hence why they didn't give Conor McGregor the Charles Oliveira fight. Charles Oliveira would have won in that fight and tried to wrestle fuck the shit out of Conor. He was going to try to wrestle the fuck out of Conor. It was going to be a hump fest. Probably was going to find a submission maybe. And again, not to say that Conor McGregor is scared of Oliveira or he wouldn't take that fight. Just not right now. It's not a good comeback fight. His feet got to get wet first. He got to get in his groove. You can't just come back and put him against, guys like Charles Oliveira, who's going to take advantage of the, the jiu-jitsu aspect and the grappling, aspect. You had to put him in there with a favorable matchup to somewhat degree. Now, Max Holloway, a lot of people will argue Max Holloway is all wrong for Conor McGregor, especially right now being that Conor McGregor been on the layoff. Max Holloway is high volume, high output, not a knockout puncher per se, but can overwhelm you, with his volume. But I think this matchup, they made pretty even. And I think it was a great thing they did it at 170 because it's a give and take. Okay, you putting him in there with an elite guy who's been active like Max Holloway. I think to make it a little bit more even, to even a playing field, I feel like 170 was perfect. Putting them guys at 170 was perfect. Conor McGregor doesn't necessarily have to cut all that weight after being gone for so long. If Conor McGregor win this fight, then we can discuss more possible options. But as of right now, him versus Max Holloway at 170, that's solid. And I know it was reports saying that Conor McGregor was asking for a 3-round fight. No, this is going to be a 5-round fight. So I'm excited about it, man. International Fight Week, the return of Conor McGregor. I think if you look at the activity of Max Holloway, you look at his style, obviously you're going to favor, Max Holloway just off activity alone. Conor McGregor hasn't fought since June of 2021. So there's no way you can favor, Conor McGregor in this scenario. If there's a guy I believe can do it, it would be Conor McGregor. I do believe Conor McGregor can go in there and stop Max Holloway. I do. As crazy as it sounds, I do. We don't know what kind of, Conor McGregor we're going to get. I think we're going to get one of the best versions of Conor. Again, I won't elaborate too much. I'll think on it a little bit more. And as we get closer to that date, I'll give my full opinion. But as of right now, you have to lean towards, Max Holloway. And if I'm not mistaken, Conor McGregor opened as a minus 295 favorite. The line literally had jumped since last night. The line had jumped all the way to a plus 390. So he's a heavy underdog. And me personally, I'm going to put money on him. Me personally. That's too heavy of an underdog. I'm looking right now, he's actually a plus 400. Conor McGregor is a plus 400 underdog against Max Holloway. Max Holloway is a minus 560. So that's crazy odds. If you believe in Conor McGregor, that's easy money, man, because that's crazy odds. Even if you don't win or you're not sure, plus 400, Conor McGregor against another striker who he don't really have to worry about the takedowns much. For him to be a plus 400, that's kind of crazy. So I'm definitely taking those odds. But Conor McGregor can do it, man. I think Max Holloway, he's already been knocked out by Ilia Topuria. Although Ilia Topuria the only one to do it. Dustin Poirier rocked Max Holloway badly, dropped him, I want to say once or twice, in Dustin Poirier's retirement fight, although Max did come back and he won that fight pretty handily. But, man, I think this is a winnable fight for Conor, especially at 170. So, yeah, those odds is kind of crazy. So, yep, July 11th, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Those are my early thoughts. It's a really good card. Conor McGregor coming back. It is a winnable fight. What more can you ask for? It's definitely going to be more videos dropping on this real soon as the date get closer. I'm going to be covering everything when it comes to this fight. So it's exciting times. For me, it's exciting times for the MMA world. Strap up, man. Strap up. So if you like this video, if you like any more other videos, please make sure you like, comment, and even subscribe. The more subscribers, the better. More videos dropping soon. Talk to y'all very soon. Peace.